get out, now 4 get out. So it's you know, a little bit of this and a little bit of that, but it is what it is today.
You got that? Yeah, exactly. And these 16-man brackets are the way almost every state does it now. And even in the states where, even in the more competitive states, you know, your Pennsylvanias, your Minnesotas, your New Yorks, those 1 against 4 matches are not that competitive.
So wait a minute, are you saying
it doesn't matter how strong the level of wrestling in the in the respective state is.
So you're saying there's a more competitive state than Illinois? I'm spot. I'm putting
Did
you
I
on the
say
spot.
that?
You did. You said in the more competitive states, and you named three great states.
I did not say in the more competitive states than Illinois.
No, not in the more competitive state, right?
States.
I threw the Illinois right, but
That's right.
But no, there.
Oh no, I'm not going there. But it is a fact. If you look at any of those brackets over the course of time, those it doesn't matter how competitive the wrestling is. Those 1 against 4 matchups are not that competitive, and it's and it's worked out that way here too. Although I've hats off to that 4th place finisher. He's here and he's wrestling.
And I think that was kind of the premise behind it: get more guys wrestling.
Sure. That was part of what happened when they went to the 3 classes, and once they set the 3 classes up, where you had an equal number of schools in each class, it made sense to put an equal number of wrestlers in each weight. In the old 2-class system, you had twice as many AA schools as you had A schools, so you weren't going to have brackets that were the same size from Class AA to Class A. It didn't make sense.
And by the way, wrestling fans, we have 4 matches with no score on them, so it's not like we're ignoring the wrestling. Nobody's doing anything yet. They'll get around to it. We have 10-6 on mat number 2, right directly in front of Rob and I, with Martinez up 10-2.
New match on mat number 1 there a minute in. Another Carl Sandburg wrestler at 120. That's Kevin Stearns going against Josh Ramos of Providence. And Stearns with that with the outside cradle that gets the 2. He leads 2-0.
So probably another 45 minutes to an hour wrestling going on here. We'll be done after this round.
Right. They're almost done on mat number 3, and Charles Faber of Glenbard West is good in dance. He'll win by a score of 6-0 over Trevor Chunkley of Marmion. And the new match on mat number 3 is going to be Khalil Johnson of Zion Benton going against a returning state place winner from Schaumburg, Hazen Rice.
Your overtime on mat 4, by the way.
And that is that's Spencer of Huntley and Flagg of Glenbard West. The 2 escapes, all they got there.
No, Flagg is from Joliet West.
Right. Joliet West is correct. So the 2 escapes, all they got there. It's 1-1. And on mat number 5, Alec Riportella of Mundelein has a 3-0 lead over Abe Assad of a Glenbard North.
And another win looks like for was that Lincoln Way West?
Right. Technical fall 4.
No.
Holden Heller of Deerfield over Anthony Zamora of Plainfield East. That match is over on mat 6.
And mat 2 is over with.
Next match there, Jake Keating of Naperville Central at 120 going against Abdullah Assad. And look at this.
A fall in the overtime match.
Zach Spencer of Huntley.
Totally the thrill of victory and the agony of defeat as they used to see on ABC Sports.
So, the overtime fall for Zach Spencer of Huntley on mat number 4.
And that's the beauty of wrestling. It can end really quickly for you, or you can be a hero real fast, especially once you get to that overtime. And that's the thing that I think wrestling has gotten right at the high school level is the way they do overtime.
It's
done the right way.
I think I'm okay with it.
Now, if we can just get them to do push-outs and riding time, that's another story. For sure, push-outs.
The defending state champion, Michael McGee of Plainfield East, he won it at 106 last year, is now on mat number 4 going against Elias Garcia of Lyons Township. That's your new match on mat number 4. McGee of Plainfield East and Garcia of Lyons.
Renteria just picked up near fall points on mat number 2. He's up 5-0 over Bussy of McHenry.
Still a 3-0 lead for Riportella of Mundelein on mat 5. And the new mat, and it is a 3-2 lead, 30 seconds left in the first period for Jake Keating of Naperville Central. A soft in on the low single. And Keating steps over. Asaf gets the head out and gets 2. So he leads now by a score of 4-3. Final seconds of the first period there.
Well, action here on mat number 3. Did he get the takedown? Nope. Mat number 3.
Somebody got a take. No, I guess not.
No, he did not give it to him. Hassan Rice of Schaumburg. No takedown yet. Hassan Rice and is that Cahill Johnson?
Right. Johnson has the 4-1 lead there.
He's with the ZBs. I love that name. The Zion Benton, the ZBs.
Wrestlers come on strong latter part of the season.
Providence with another guy on the mat right there on mat number 1.
And that is Stern. You're right. It's Stearns of Sandburg is on the bottom on that match. He leads by a 2-1 score. Trying to work for his escape. 1:20 left to go there. Stearns with the 2-1 lead. 11-0, as you said, for Renteria on 2.
His nickname always amazes me. Fat Boy. That's what they call him. He's got no fat.
Now another takedown makes it 13-0. And here's the tilt. And it's going to be a technical fall for the Fat Boy.
Yes.
Well, maybe
a fall.
He gets the fall.
Scratch the technical. We'll just go straight with the fall.
That's right. The match was over either way, but it's going to be a fall for Renteria on mat 2.
State runner-up last year, correct?
Right.
So
Two-time state runner-up.
he's on a serious mission.
Jimmy Pawelski of Montini, 3-time place winner in Class 2A, is on the mat on mat number 2, going against Brendan McGee of DeKalb. New match on 2.
I always thought Pawelski was a 3A wrestler in 2A. So now he's here with the real people.
Looks like the rest of their guys are trying to prove that as well. Stearns has his escape. They're on their feet on mat number 1. Stearns had that first period takedown, and that's the margin of the match. He leads 3-1. 29 seconds left to go there.
You're exactly right, Rob. Montini is having a good round thus far. They're wrestling well.
Of course, the guys we've seen for them are guys you would expect to win.
Correct. Well, until Izzy Martinez stands up and starts yelling, I guess everything's under control in Bronco land.
14 seconds left in mat 1 now, and it's been controlled by Kevin Stearns of Sandburg. Final 5 seconds now, back on the leg, and he'll take a 3-1 decision on mat number 1.
All right, I got a barn burner for you now. Clock's running down on mat 5, 4-3, and are we going to OT? Is that what's happening? Yes, we are. Overtime, mat 5.
Riportella and Assad. That's on mat 5. Assad trailed 3-0. He came back to tie it up.
Well, I know he gets some teasing with that last name.
Takedown for another takedown for Kowalski. It's 4-1. The new match on mat number 1 now. Jamie Suarez of Wheaton North going against Josh Stenger of Huntley. They've just gotten started. That's on mat 1. Huntley with one dramatic win already as Spencer pinned flag in overtime over on mat 4. And the takedown for Stenger. He leads 2-0.
Still tied up here in overtime on mat number 5 between Assad and Riportella. How many people did Glenbard North qualify this year? The word is that they had a slightly down year.
Yes, just 3, I believe.
Gomez got obviously 1. And then, of course,
Gomez, Tom Chernak, and Assad. That was it.
Definitely an unusual thing for Glenbard North.
There's a fall for Assad of Lockport, the state place winner.
No, Rob. Assad of Lockport?
Yeah. No,
no.
Assad, I'm sorry.
Right. Assad is from Glenbard North.
Right.
He's still wrestling.
Assad. Assad just finished and got a ball. That was on mat number 6.
Similar names,
Right.
next to each other
Jake
on the mat.
Polka of Marmion Academy and Marcus Hartman of Barrington are your new match on mat number 6.
The IHSA State Finals are being brought to you by Country Financial. We need you to recognize and know that. And we love and appreciate all of our sponsors. Need those sponsors.
6-3 the lead for Kowalski of Montini on mat number 2.
Nice tilt going on mat number 1 right there.
And Stenger, that's Stenger of Huntley. He gets 3 more on the near ball, and he leads Suarez of Wheaton North 7-0 as they go to the second period.
So we're tied up still on mat number 5. Scores 5-5, and this would be the 3rd overtime period now.
Right, now it's Riportella's turn to start on the bottom. That match going on mat number 5. And they've now started.
He's out.
And Riportella is out.
Wow.
And that was the ultimate tiebreaker, as it turned out.
Out in 6.
So,
Didn't take long. 6 seconds.
So 8 minutes and 6 seconds was what they wrestled. And a 6-5 winner in the ultimate tiebreaker, Alec Riportella of Mundelein.